Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Soulchology. I'm brought to you by the BlackMoon Butterfly Effect. Thank you guys for joining me, my beautiful, beautiful souls. I'm waiting for my sis to join me. She is my co-host in this endeavor. We are having spiritual conversations here. So this is anything that has to do with life, magic, your journey, spirituality, just things that we've learned along our journeys at different phases in our journeys. Okay? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let's see if I can get my sissy up here. La 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 la. Can you send me a request to come up on live? Nope. Turn the camera off. My bad. Let's see if this works. Aha. Let's get my sissy up here. Facebook, y'all can't see her, but y'all be able to hear the conversation. Let's see. Did she get it? Did you get it? All right. Aha. Hello, sissy.
Sorry, sis. I was like lighting my stage and everything. Then I hear you, and I'm like, I'm coming, sis. I'm coming. I was like, I'm here. Hold on.
I'm fumbling over my words. I'm like, how can I get her up here? Like, where is the share button?
Yeah, I was gonna request you, but I was in the other room.
I wonder if this would do it twice. I'm just trying something. So I let the beautiful souls know that this is a new series by BMGI where we're basically just bringing our conversations that we have about life and spirituality to the masses and hoping that in some way our journey or what we've learned along our journey can help someone else, or if they have questions, just a little bit more than just the readings that I do, because there's more than just the readings.
Right.
But I thought I would start off with a prayer and then maybe do a little mini read, because of the day. It is the new moon, solar eclipse in Aries, and the energy has been kind of crazy. So, and it's been like 3 months since I've been up here. So,
Yeah, that was the last time you did a collective. It was like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
I think you did it like the end of like December or so.
Exactly.
And it actually pulled us up to
Now.
To March, end of March, yeah.
Yeah. So we're doing goody.
Oh, Jay's in the screen.
My God, baby.
Okay. Go on the other side.
So lovely people.
I'm going to get me a lid for my tea because your tea be steaming hot. And mine, if you get caught and it keeps all back and forth, this microwave thing is not working. So I need to keep my tea nice and hot.
This is the only one I have like that. The honey pot cup. This is the only one I have with a top.
I don't get me one of that because my tea always gets cold. And
I want to say I got that from Hobby Lobby. Or Michael's. One of them. Why are my glasses dirty, yo?
I said the same thing. I went outside today and I had cleaned my glasses, and then it was like all this stuff. I'm like, it was sitting on my face the entire time. Why are you dirty?
I've been outside today, and it's Atlanta, and it's springtime, so everything is green and yellow. There's pollen on everything, like everything. All right, so let me get into the prayer. We're gonna get into the program. All right. O cosmic birther of all radiance and vibration, soften the ground of our being and carve out a place within us where your presence can abide. Fill us with your creativity so that we may be empowered to bear the fruit of our mission. Let each of our actions bear fruit in accordance with our desires. Endow us with the wisdom to produce and share what each being needs to grow and flourish. Unite the tangled threads of destiny that bind us as we release others from the entanglement of past mistakes. Do not let us be seduced by that which would divert us from our true purpose, but illuminates the opportunities of the present moment. For you are the ground, the fruitful vision, the birth, the power, and fulfillment. As all are gathered here and made whole once again, so it is. Ashe.
Ashe.
All right, so the energy, weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
Very.
So.
I feel like, I don't know, for like the past 2 or 3 weeks, you and I have been talking, and it's like the beginning of the day, it's like this calms down energy, and then you got like this fiery energy, and then you're angry out of no reason, and then you calm down, and it's like all over the place. And if you're not careful, you don't ground yourself, you can get caught up in a lot of the stuff that's going on.
Right. It's more so like lately we've been on that thing like mind your business, stay in your lane,
Right.
mind your business.
Mind your business.
And with the Mercury retrograde, the Aries energy, the energy of the eclipse season, you know, and the real New Year, people. Happy New Year, everybody! The real New Year, woohoo!
Right, that was on the
20th, on the spring equinox, or the spring equinox is the new year, the real new year. And look at that, the sun card. It literally says source. I wasn't trying to pull no cards, y'all. I was just shuffling. But yeah, so I've been also been like, the energy has also been more so like becoming more aware as well. Things that be, especially with us being in Mercury retrograde, a lot of things have come up like insecurities, things that we may have failed at, and we are revisiting, and we're like, why am I thinking about that shit? I'm over that. I healed that, but here it is. So it's like, did I really? Like, did I really? Did I get every piece of it? You know, like, did I remove all of the poison?
Well, you know, we were talking about that. I don't know. Maybe like a month ago, we were talking about that. We were saying how like we go through our journeys and we go through doing the shadow work, right, and healing from all our past experiences. And then here comes Mercury retrograde, and it brings it up. And the reason why it's bringing it up is like, well, did you really learn the lesson? Are you going to make the same decision that you made in the past, or are you going to move forward? Is it really the past? Spirit has a way of testing us. Really learn.
Right.
Did you really move past this? Because every day we have to choose to be high vibrational.
Yeah. Every moment, every instance, almost.
Right.
Sometimes you be like,
our thoughts, our actions.
mm-hmm.
So it's not a thing that you wake up one day and you're like, oh, I'm high vibrational, and that's it. Like, that's not how it works, you know? They'll slip it in there. Because you remember I was telling you about dreams a couple weeks ago. I was like, it was so low vibrational. It was bothering me, and I was so mad at myself for, like, in the past life and in that dream and in that reality, that I was acting so low vibrational, and I'm like, that is so not like me.
Right. What happened to my thing? Oh my god. Sissy. What happened? What happened? Okay. Mercury retrograde, you're doing your big one. I swear on you. I swear. You're doing your big one. Okay.
You see?
I don't know what the freak happened.
Yeah, because I was telling the truth.
I'm like, hello, sis.
Don't say no more.
I'm like, sis, where are you?
Usually, like, I'll either tap into, like, to go on your live.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe because you sent it to me. I don't know, something happened.
I don't know.
And I don't even see Jay on this either, so I don't know.
Was Jay on?
I'm not sure. No, Jay never came on.
Shango.
There's Shango again with his shenanigans.
I really didn't think turtles would be so eventful. You know, I thought they would be like fish. You go watch them swim around, you know, maybe, you know, go bask on something, No, not my turtles. They want to try and scoop and be Houdini.
Because my turtles were not like that. They were so zen. Your turtles be turning it up.
They be turned up. And you in the meditation room. Like, what is going on? What is going on? I'm going to... The energy for the new moon in Aries is more so of things that we need to let go of. It's more so like we're having full moon energy. I wouldn't necessarily be like, oh, we're going to try and manifest something right now. It's more so like trying to get rid of things, destroy things, so that the new opportunities that are coming, because the energy is kind of chaotic right now, the energies that is supposed to be coming can settle in, you know?
Right, like all the new blessings and new beginnings coming in.
Right.
You have to release all that you need to let go of, your past traumas and
right.
Your hurt, or whatever it is, whatever.
Fears, phobias.
Right.
A lot of, I want to say it's more so it has to do with with a person's personal growth, right? Like how they see themselves and how they present themselves based on how they see themselves. Because remember, I've been spiraling for months now, like on the Delulu train.
I don't even want to have that conversation right now because I'm still mad at you for that. I was like, that don't even make sense, sis.
So it's like when we perceive ourselves in a certain way, we start moving in a certain way, whether that perception that we have of ourselves is true or false, right? We're moving in that energy because that's the way we see ourselves. And you're like, I had to have like several conversations.
Right.
And I mean, like, I'm like, I feel like I'm evolved enough to be like, okay, if I need some help, I'm going to say so. I'm going to be like, sis, because your girl is going down the rabbit hole. Throw me a lifeline.
Remember, we discussed that because in the last collective, and even like the messages that you got through like spirit and so, I mean, it was telling you that you were evolving into a brand new person. Mm-hmm. And I was like, sis, you got to let go of what you thought you were or what you were and move on to this next step, this elevation that you were at. And I think that's where you were, because remember we were saying we were so used to doing our candle magic and lighting everything for, like the new moon and like
everyone.
Stuff. And like now I really barely light a 7-day candle or anything like that unless I'm doing what I'm doing,
mm-hmm.
But mostly it's like tea lights with the manifestation or just, switching my like, how can I say it, like modes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when I see that I'm like low vibrational or things are bothering me, so I'll light like the tea light candles and I'll meditate and, go through that, read, go back through the collective, see what I've learned or so, or, read through angel numbers, what has come to me or so. So I think we really moved onto a different level, a different understanding of
than what it was.
We had before. Like, we can't stay the same. We're evolving every day. So I think getting out of that mode of what we're used to and you've always practiced and what I started practicing about 2 years ago, it's like, okay, it's not the same, but that doesn't mean it's wrong, and that doesn't mean we're going in the wrong direction. We have to embrace
the change.
Like, that's the whole part of the journey is embracing your, this new evolution of yourself.
Right. Transformation is a choice, right?
Right.
Transformation is a choice. You could choose to transform or change or see things in a different way, or you can choose to stay the same, which nothing really stays the same. Even if you think it's the same, it's not the same,
Right.
So I was like, I went down the rabbit hole, but then, people think that, this person is a mentor here and they're certified for this there and they do this for this and they help the masses, but when you're an energy worker, and I'm an intuitive, so a lot of everything that I know and when I teach people is what I've done myself. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that I learned in a book. It's not something that some mentor or some guru taught me, because I'm self-taught. Everything I know, I researched and I did myself. Of course, when I got my certification as a life coach, I got that training. But everything on the spiritual tip, my grandmother, you know, or just life experience.
Right.
And I feel like, you know, at this point, like with the products, you know, there's some type of blockage there that I'm blocking myself from. I don't know what it is. I don't know exactly where the fear is in it, I feel. Because I think it's kind of more like, okay, what if I get the clientele that I want and I can't keep up with the demand? I think that's the biggest thing for me.
Right. It's like you're on the ledge, right? And you can see everything in front of you. You could see the success. You could see everything, but you don't want to take that leap. Like it's like you're looking for that foundation. You're like, well, what's the foundation going to be like? But you're not taking a leap because you're looking down. You're like, well, I don't see the foundation, but everything's in front of you.
Right. Like, and I'm looking in all the wrong places. So I was like, yeah, we're going to work on these things too. Like, I mean, you know, no matter where you are on your journey, it's always good for you to, like, kind of like step back and evaluate where you are, where you've been, where you're going. And I think that's kind of where I've been for the past few months. Because, you know, I've been off of social media. Like, I've only been talking to you. Even Cuz was like, yo, where you been?
Right.
Like, you all right? What's going on? And I'm like, yo, nah, I'm cool. And I'm just, you know, reevaluating where I am on my journey. And
this time period, too, from like December and when we were looking into all the collectors and we were getting our messages and everything, you know, it really had said to move in silence. It said do your shadow work. You know, like it was kind of like stay in solitude, because for that solitude that you're taking is going to take you to your next journey where you need to be. So I think it's pretty much kind of lay low type thing. And you're so used to moving and, you know, you were jumping on and doing the collectors and doing the readings and doing this, and you were like, whoa, what is this?
And then the personal client.
Don't get out live, right? What do you mean don't do my readings? I do my readings every single day. Like, and I think this was just a time period of, like you said, like reflection. You know, where are you at in your personal journey? Like, where did you come from, right? Like, what did I work on? What am I working towards? What's coming forth? You know, am I moving with the high vibrations? You know, am I moving balance? Am I co-creating? You know, out those blessings to come in. You know, and it really was about reflection. And I think one of the biggest things that we focused on was grounding.
Yes.
That was like the biggest thing for these 3 months. For January, February, and March was grounding. You know, and I think that helped both of us out in our journeys, being able to be grounded and really focus on our root chakras and, you know, grounding ourselves and really getting into like the environment, you know, like what's going on around us, hearing what's going on, seeing it, like being one. Yeah. You know, what's going around. I think that was very helpful in our journey. Like it's okay to step back. It's okay to be quiet. If you're not quiet, you can't hear the message.
Exactly.
Right.
Let's be like, just, you know, zip it. Sit down, be quiet, and listen, because...
Mind your business. That was a big one.
And mind your business. Mind your business.
Sometimes I'll be like, I want to say something to someone when they're like, oh, this, that, and third. And I'm like, Sienna, mind your business.
Right.
That burden is not yours to bear. And it's not your battle to fight.
It's not. It's definitely not.
And that was one of my biggest challenges, too. Like, you know, especially, like, with my kids and with people that I care about, and they're like, I'm going through this, I'm going through that. Like, I'm so used to always wanting to fix things and being the person to fix things for people.
The problem solver.
I sit back and be like, I can't do this for you. I want to. I'm going to be supportive. I'm going to be here, but I can't go through this journey.
I can't walk it for you. Yep.
Right.
It says, trust the universe. Their strength and communication is key. I'm kind of feeling like with more than just us, just the collective as a whole, the neurospices, the ones that are just coming online, the ones that have been online and they feel like they're kind of like in that space where I was, like kind of like almost not questioning your journey, but just questioning like where you are on your journey. Like, how far have I really come? Like, am I delusional about how far I really have come on my journey? Because, like I said, I used to do my 108s every day, religiously, every day. I haven't done a 108 and almost like on the scale that I was doing it on, like every day, in about a year. And I'm just like, what the frick is going on? And like when I sit down to try and do it, it's like my mind be everywhere and nowhere at the same time. I'm like, okay, first I can focus on the mantra. I could do, a little bit. And then my mind starts to wander here, wander there. Oh, this, what's for dinner? What am I going to, like, crazy shit. And it don't even be on no spiritual shit. It be normal, dumbass, mundane shit. Like, that has nothing to do with me trying to center or focus or clear my head or get clarity. It has nothing to do with it. It's just a bunch of everyday bullshit. And I'm like, why are you creeping in now? When I'm living everyday mundane life, that shit escapes me.
Right.
I'd be like, wasn't I supposed to be?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like,
I think too, like you were so used to like this certain routine, and when that routine got changed up on you, you're like, hold up.
Yeah.
What is this? Because I like with me, like you remember, I was meditating every single day, like for an hour, 2 hours. Like once I started meditating, like the time would go by so quick. And I was really like zoning in with the message and everything. And then I want to say when, I think it was like for me, like October, November, when I was like, sis, I can't concentrate. Like I cannot sit and I've been doing this for a year and a half. Like I couldn't concentrate. And my mind was like racing, and I could hear things and see things, and then I'm like, I gotta do this, and then I would kind of go. Remember, like I was telling you, like I would go like lucid a little bit, and be, and then I would pop back out, and I was just like, whoa, this is too much. I could feel the energy and the frequencies, and they were just all clashing with each other. I was like, yeah, we can't do this right now. Like you're not grounded. Like you're not. There's too much energy going on.
Yeah, exactly.
I think for me, like I feel the same with you. Like I had to change my routine. Like, was it like 2 weeks ago is when I really started meditating at a different time, and I was just like, okay. And I remember telling you, I was like, sis, I was out for like 2 hours. I'm like, I finally did it. I was like, it took me like months to do this because I just couldn't get past all the what I should be doing. This, like everything was coming together. Like I was calm and I was zen. And then I was just like low vibrational, some aspects were my thoughts, and then I was racing ahead to what has happened. And I was just like, I'm not sure what's going on right now. I was like, but I'm listening to y'all. I'm stop. I'm gonna chill.
I'm gonna sit down. And that's what I did. I was like, you know what? Because remember, I was like, oh my God. And February came, I was like, oh, I got to get the readings. And then the second death in my family within 2 months, because December, and then February, her sister.
Right.
And it was just like so much was going on. And I really don't think I took the time to process what happened to cousin, when it happened to her, the fact that I was the caregiver and things like that. I didn't process any of that. I just jumped into mode. Like, cousin needed me. And that's all I knew. And I was like, cousin needed me, and I'm going to be here to do whatever she needs me to do. And I don't think it dawned on me until recently that I never grieved me properly during that part either. And then she was gone. And I wasn't expecting that.
Right. Because remember at the point, I think she had just moved. She was moving into a facility.
Yeah.
And then I think it was like a day or two after when you called me, and I was like, how? We would just, no. Like, how did that just happen so quickly like that? Like, I don't think you had, I'm not even going to say think. You didn't, because I was there with you throughout the whole thing. You didn't have time to process her passing. You didn't even have time to process that you had to jump in and be her caregiver, and you weren't even expecting all that you had to take on. Because remember, at that time, everybody was saying, we're going to help, we're going to be supportive. You had to do everything on your own, on top of working, on top of getting no sleep, on top of, like, it was a lot.
Yeah.
And you were still trying to hold on to giving to others by trying to do the collectives and trying to do everything, but you weren't giving yourself that grace. I'm going to say it again. You weren't giving yourself that grace.
Which I rarely do, right?
Like, you weren't giving yourself that grace. You weren't allowing yourself to, give yourself that grace and to give yourself that time to, like, really grieve and process that you lost a part of you while being a caretaker to someone else. And then when it all stopped, it was like, well, who do you identify with? Because you weren't used to doing the routine because you were taking care of her all the time. So your spiritual, journey, and when you were helping other people, because remember, you were doing so many readings and you were helping everyone and you were doing
right. I was still doing private readings, still taking sessions, still making products. I was still trying to keep some type of semblance of normalcy, but all I knew is that I had to take care of cousin. I didn't question it, but I just realized that me being who I am, being an empath, being a light worker, that I think I kind of took on some of her pain too, and I didn't realize it and didn't allow myself that time and space to be like, okay, it's time for you to just relax a little bit. You know what I mean? I didn't.
I think when it first hit you, I think her passing really hit you is when we did the balloon release for her.
Yeah.
I think that's when it really hit you that she wasn't with us anymore.
Right. And it took it, and I didn't realize that it hit my spiritual practices the way it did. Like, I was kind of like going through the motions. It's like I knew I had to do this, right? I have to put the readings out. I have to service my clients. I have to make products because I have to get this out, whatever. And I was just like autopilot. I was just in survivor mode. And then I was like, then she passed, and it was just like, what the freak? Okay, let me try and get back into my routine that I was doing before I was in this situation.
And I think that was what the issue was
and
with
it
you.
Wasn't.
You weren't allowing yourself to feel. You were just going really into routine with everything, what you were used to doing. And I think that really impacted you spiritually inside. I think that really, it really held a significance of loss within yourself, right?
Yeah.
You lost her, and then you were trying to identify, like, where am I now? And that's when you started really questioning, because when you were talking to me, you were like, I don't know, sis. Like, I don't think I'm helping anyone. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, and I could say, well, what makes you feel that? Like, you're making your products. Like, I use your products. My daughters use your products. Their friends in college use the products. Like, I'm like, where do you feel that you're lacking? And I think you saying that tonight, I think it was that part of you that you didn't allow yourself to grieve. You were so busy being there for everybody else that you didn't allow yourself to be yourself, your whole self, and say, I lost something too. I lost part of me. And nobody was there for me when I lost myself. Nobody was there for me when I had to give everything up to give to someone else. And I think you were a little angry about that too, because of the love you had for her, that people weren't there like they were supposed to, and you gave up everything. I mean, you ended up in the hospital.
Yeah, I did.
You did?
I did. And I was just like, even I've been on my journey for what 15 20 years now, but
Right.
even in this moment, like recently, like this is recent history, like this past 4 months have been really like a roller coaster ride, and I've been really trying to figure out my place in it, because and I was given the message that this year, like, things were going to be significantly different. Like,
well, we were also given that in these 3 months and this year, it was going to be like 5 years worth.
Yes, it's going to be 5 years packed into 1 year, and that's a lot of. And if you think about it, a lot of things have happened just since 2025 has started, since January.
Yeah,
I mean, personally, spiritually, financially, our job wise, you know what I mean? Like, even like the opportunities that we were given. You know, you got an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I got an opportunity because this time last year, you remember, had just started a new job and they were like, oh, well, I'm sorry, we're laying people off.
That's right. I remember.
You know, so I was like, and this has really been the first time also that I realized I haven't been working like a freaking Jamaican Hebrew slave where I'm working 3-4 jobs. I've worked 3-4 jobs for most of my adult life. So me being having one job that takes care of everything and I've got time to dedicate to this what I want to do full time. I want to be able to do this spiritual counseling full time, coaching, mentorship full time. I want to be able to make my products full time because the products aren't just products. It's not just shea butter. It's not just salt scrubs, sugar scrubs, lip scrubs, hair oil, face serums. Everything I do has a purpose. Everything is enchanted. So it's like you say, like you put the lemongrass on, and
it's like revival.
Exactly.
It's like when I've had that really long day and I'm like really like, oh, like, and I just need that relief and I use the lemongrass, you know, I just feel like that boost of energy again, that feeling refreshed, like, okay, like that second breath, you know?
Right. And that's what I want them to do. I want it to do. And I like the fact that, you know, me and you talk about everything. We're on the phone all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? But I thought I really wanted, you know, we've been talking about doing the podcast and doing something on this aspect for a while now. And I was just like, yo, why not? Why not just jump into it? Because we have dope ass conversations. Yeah. We have really dope ass conversations, and I really feel like people can benefit from them, whether they have questions or maybe they might be going through something similar or they're like on a
different perspectives and aspects with us because I just started, you know, my spiritual journey like for real, 2 years ago.
Right.
You know, and you're going into your 25th year, 26th year.
Yeah.
Right? And mentoring, I mean, you were my mentor, you know, and you really guided me through it. And I think for people to, like, you can't just be like, oh, I want to go on a spiritual journey and things are going to happen overnight. No, it's really not.
It's not.
Like, you have to put the work in, and a lot of the times you...
Hi, God, baby!
So, oh, she's on?
Yeah.
So, hey, Jay. But a lot of times, you know, you'll see some progress and you'll move forward. And then all of a sudden, everything shifts, the energy shifts, and that's not that anymore. And a lot of us, when you're stuck in that 3D world, you're like, well, why did they take that away from me? And this is not fair. And you're like, no. You have to release things that no longer serve you. And when something gets moved, there is a reason for it. And if you go on your spiritual journey, you have to trust. You have to trust in the universe that if this is not what it is right now, you don't question it. Just move forward.
Right.
What are you laughing about? Do you see me right now?
Yes, she looks. What did you do?
I'm taking out my tape-ins.
Oh, yeah. This is my God baby, everybody. She's on the journey as well. But yeah, so like I said, we've been talking about doing something like this for a minute. You know, and we were like, we have really...
A good year.
A good year, for sure. Yes, see? God Baby uses the products. They are definitely enchanted. Definitely.
Promoted.
Look, promotion. Toner, face toner.
And see, that's what I was
butter.
Talking about when people are saying that they want to go...
Dream spray.
Right, they want to go on their spiritual journey. I think people are getting stuck on this whole... Some people, like, and you know, sis, is for real. Oh, I'm a witch. No, you're not a witch. Like, it doesn't work like that. Like,
when people say spirituality, they automatically go to witchy, voodoo, woo-woo stuff, and it's not about that.
It's not about that. It's really a way of living and practicing it and with your words. Like, our words are spells.
Exactly.
Our actions, our thoughts. You know, the way that we move. You know, there's a lot of reading involved. There's a lot of self-discovery. Like, if you can't look in the mirror and be real with yourself,
this is not for you.
And really, like, say, yeah, I'm a fucked up person. Because I told you, What did I say to you a year ago? I was like, damn, if I would have known
That she's like, yo, I was a disgusting person.
What was I thinking? Like, how was I moving the way that I was moving? That is like, and I thought I was a good person, right? Because I didn't do anything to anybody. I didn't do, but like thinking about the thought process and how I didn't. How can I say it? Like, I never set boundaries. I let people walk all over me. I was never sure of myself. I was always questioning, like, my thoughts, questioning like, do you think I did this wrong? I allowed people to make me feel bad about setting boundaries. And I think it really, January hit when I was like, nah, we're done. What goes with that one? I'm like, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. And that's really doing the shadow work and really being real with yourself.
Yeah.
And that's spirituality. It's not spells and it's not lighting things up. And like another thing, like people wearing like, the crystal bracelets and they're putting it on, they're like, you have to cleanse and activate them. You have to put intentions into them. Everything has to have an intention. You have to cleanse it. You have to activate. You have to understand why you're wearing what you're wearing. Why is it protection? How is it helping you on your journey? There's certain crystals that don't go together. There's certain things, like when you're manifesting, you have to be sure of what you're manifesting. You have to be clear. You can't just be like, oh, it's a new moon and I'm going to manifest all this, that, and the third. Okay, well, you cannot manifest tonight. You can allow the new blessings to come in, but we also have a solar eclipse coming on. So this would not be the night to lay your crystals out. There's certain things that you have to educate yourself. And I remember starting on the 4 agreements.
Yep. First book.
Right, that was my first book. Changing my perspective and being real with myself. Because, like, sis? We grew up together. It was me and you, Simon, the whole crew. We grew up together. And we were all the best of friends, and we always would have each other's back, no matter what. But if you really look at that 3D life to how we're living now, and we look back, we're like, all right, we were cool, but
we want some shit. We were definitely with the shit.
Right. And sometimes you have to be really, like, honest with yourself. I mean, we've made a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes. And I don't shame myself, but I give myself grace. I made mistakes from it, but what did I learn from that mistake?
What did we learn?
And I think that's what people don't understand with the spiritual journey. It's not all just positive and, oh, I'm zen and I'm on high rate. No, you're
definitely not.
Times. Things are going to fall apart. When you manifest something, things get torn from you.
To make room for what you want.
Right.
So people will be.
What happened to me in January? It was a matter of like 8 days.
Right.
My whole life got turned
upside down.
People that I was around, I wasn't around anymore. Like, they got ripped. I was like, yo, what happened? And it was like, okay, I didn't question it. And then as time went on, things got so much better. I, have a new career on the rise. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a little business on the side now. Like, I'm coming into myself. I'm able to handle the boundaries. I no longer feel guilty for setting boundaries. Yes,
and that was a long little journey right there. I was just like, but sis, why do you care? I said boundaries. I said when you start implementing these boundaries, I said you're gonna get some pushback. How are you gonna handle that?
Right.
When you did, and the first time it happened, you're like, I don't know what to do. I was like, wait a minute.
Right.
Slow down.
Right.
I said you were gonna get some pushback. This is your test. This is where the rubber hits the road. This is where the growth comes in, right? You always have to deal with the pushback. The pushback is what lets you know, hey, you're ready for this fight. Because sometimes
people like, you're so different now. Why is that wrong? Oh, you think you're. No, I don't think I know. Like, I'm not, like, I don't deal with low vibrational people anymore. And if you want to sit here and you want to be criticizing people and you want to look at other people, then I don't need to deal with you. Because if you can't look yourself in the mirror and really see that you have all these similarities that everybody else does.
Say that part again.
You can't see being judgy of people. Everybody has their own journey. And that's something that me and you did too, because
yes!
When we started our journey and I was around some people that were, and I was like, what's wrong with them? And you're like, this. And, like, I think we had the conversation, 3 days ago? I was like, oh, my God, we were being judgy.
Yes. I was like, yo,
like,
sis, I'm judgy.
Like, what? Like, you know,
Yeah,
like, okay, just because they're not on the same path or the same stages doesn't mean, like...
Yeah, like, who am I to say that you're this or you're that? I don't necessarily have to agree with where you are, and I don't have to deal with you with where you are. But I have to meet you where you are. Right? If that doesn't fly with where I'm at, then I can fly the fuck on. You know, like, I don't have to associate myself with that, but I have no place to be like, well, you're wrong for being where you are. Because you're exactly where you're supposed to be to learn the lessons that you're supposed to learn.
Exactly.
Who am I to say that?
2 years ago, when I was living in a 3D, world, like, I'm really, all right, so let's talk, I'm really disgusted with that. When I look at myself 2 years ago, I'm like, how? How did you allow yourself to even act like that? Like, I was always just so angry, letting people walk all over me. I didn't see things, I didn't hear messages, like, I was always doubting. I'm like, yo, how did you get through life? How did you raise your kids? Being in this mindset that you owed somebody something.
Right.
Like, wanting to feel loved, wanting to feel appreciated, like, always looking for love on the outside.
That part.
I
As
mean,
within.
What do you think about that? You were just going through that in your journey.
Mm-hmm.
About seeking love on the outside instead of, like, that self-love.
Mm-hmm.
Like me expecting other people to love me?
Well, I mean, I think at one point we all did that. We looked for people's acceptances.
No, for my dad's acceptance and other men because I didn't have acceptance from him.
That makes sense.
That does.
That makes sense. And I think a lot of young girls have that issue where when the dad is not around and then he's like kind of like a dick. Let's call a spade a spade. Motherfucker's a dick. You know what I mean? Like, that kind of makes that girl have a stigmatism. You know what I'm saying? I was a daddy's girl. You know? Until I found out that my daddy wasn't the daddy I thought he was. And I'm just like, that kind of like shattered my world a little bit. And it also made me look at men differently. Like, I don't trust none of you niggas. All of y'all are liars.
Right, and that's where it goes to what we've been working a lot with is the generational curses that follow us.
Exactly, we have.
That follow us because I always felt abandoned, right? Because I was adopted. Mm-hmm. And then I lost my mom when I was 25, and then I lost my dad when I was 31. So everyone that I loved so much, where I thought I knew who I was, mm-hmm. right? They were gone. And I was always looking for someone to protect me. I was always looking for someone to accept my flaws and to accept me for who I was. And it was very hard to open up and really show people who I was, right? Because I'm a Pisces. I'll show you what you want to see.
Right.
I'm going to be honest.
That water reflection.
Which one do you want?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, but the real, true, vulnerable person that I was, that is a beautiful part of me, that vulnerability. I looked at it as a weakness because it was always used against me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in my relationships with my kids, my daughter's on there, with my kids, or, you know, like whatever spouses I was with or anything, I was always looking for that acceptance of love. And I never felt good enough for anything. The only time that I felt good, and we had the conversation, was when someone was, you did a great job.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't.
You got that outside validation.
Right.
What in the world? How did that even happen? Why did I just cut the deck and this card, it says focus on the positive, new moon in Sagittarius, was turned the wrong way. Mind you now, I haven't shuffled the card. Huh?
My friend asked you to do a tarot reading for her.
Oh, you want it on live?
You want it on live? Yeah.
Okie dokie. Intermission, guys. This is what we like on here.
I'll be right back. I need some water. I told you, my stuff is cold. I'll be right back.
The tea. All right. Oh, I got to get another deck for you. Give me 1 second.
Oh, another one for me. There's certain decks that you need to hear and some things you're not supposed to hear yet. And you can't ask questions. When you get your tarot reading, and you have to kind of follow along the journey and figure out what's the that's gonna. Because you can't be told it unless you're ready to.
What is up with the daggone alarms, yo?
Ready to see it. I'm not gonna tell you.
Okay, so this is how this is gonna work, friend. I'm going to pull a card for you. I'm gonna allow you to ask questions, but I'm gonna tell you what they want me to tell you first. Oh shit. Dropping shit. Alright, so give me 1 second. What's your name, love? Tiara. Alright. Tiara? With a T, like Tom? Okay.
Yeah.
Bad. My angels, my ancestors, my guides, be here with me to give this reading for Tiara. Let me give me the information for her greatest and highest good, her greatest and highest nourishment, her soul's needs and protections. What does she need to know? What is the advice? And what does she need to surrender? Okay, first things first. Surrender. There are some things that you just need to let go of. I feel like you've got this energy on you where, like, I don't want to say depressive because that's kind of like extreme, but it's kind of like down. Like you're down a lot. Like even when you smile, you're not really smiling. That's just a facade. It's just a smile, right? You're not really feeling that smile. You're just doing that because you don't want nobody in your face asking you questions. Leave me alone. What's wrong? Oh, you look. What's wrong? What's wrong? You're like, I don't want to talk to you, man. So you smile and nod, so very politely, I might add. But that's not helping you. So you need to surrender parts of your ego. Parts of you that make you feel like you're not worthy, you're not enough. You always got to fight to prove your position. You always have to always be, it seems like you always have to work harder than the next person, right? So where somebody else that you, in your eyes, may feel like they don't deserve something that they got so easily that you had to work hard for. So parts of your ego that make you where you're not feeling worthy, you need to work on that. That's part of the shadow work that you're going to have to work on. I'm also feeling like surrender to receiving support and love. Allow love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. So this is telling me that you have people around you. You have earth angels. That means people in the flesh that are here, that are truly here to support you. They actually incarnated in this life with you to help support you. The thing about that is you have to help yourself too. So there are certain things that you're going to have to just have uncomfortable conversations with, or you're just going to have to confront some things. Point blank, period. Also, you need to take accountability and responsibility. So I don't know what the hell you got going on. I don't know you. But the energy that I'm getting is your silence is not helping you at all. So whoever the fuck did something to you, and I feel like somebody did something to you that was really like, I don't want to say we on live, but I just feel like it was some bullshit. We're going to leave it at that. Being silent is not really helping you, but be careful who you confide in too, because most of the people that surround you are snakes. You maybe have one or two real people on your side. Everybody else is snakes. They're going to use you, they're going to abuse you, they're going to be an opportunist for anything that you can get for them or do for them, they will use you for it. So I'm just going to say, like they say, it's lonely at the top. These people are not your friends.
No, I really cut everybody off.
Yeah, exactly.
I really approached the person that I had the problem with.
Good.
But here's the thing: when you're cut, sorry, sis, I gotta come into it because I'm. Here's the thing: when you cut people off, you have to release all the energy that goes with it. That's the anger, that's the animosity. Like, you really have to be at peace with yourself when you cut them off. They're no longer part of your journey. Because if you hold that anger in and you hold that animosity, that hatred, you're really not cutting them off. You're giving them a power over yourself. And that's, for me, since, I'm always talking about balance, like, you really have to balance and ground yourself. That you cannot let other people's actions change the way you look at the world, the way you look at yourself, and how you move throughout your daily activities. If you say someone's name and you feel something with it and you feel angry, you have not truly released what you need to release.
Not at all. And also, forgiveness isn't for the other person. That's for you. When you forgive, that's for you, so that you can finally, let that energy go. If you hold on to it, it will start to manifest in physical form. So you'll get sick. You might bump yourself. You might start bumping into things. Like little small accidents may happen. You might cut yourself. You might, little weird things might start happening to you. And that's just because you have that negative, erratic energy stored in your physical body. So once it gets stored in your physical body and it has nowhere else to go, it's going to manifest in your reality. Because everything starts within us. Whoa.
Oh, wow.
What was that?
Confirmation.
Spirit don't play.
Wait, what happened? I felt that.
This.
Ah!
It was in my plant holder.
Yeah. And it's
Whatever
water.
you're holding on to,
You got to let it go.
let it go. It's going to destroy you if you don't let it go. This has been it. Let me explain something to you. I've had this for like 5 years. It literally came out of the plant and broke.
Yeah, and the next card is literally the door to personal healing and happiness. You've got to let it go. You say you confronted them, but my thing is, I feel like that confrontation didn't give you what you wanted. It didn't give you the closure you were looking for. I think it might have just aggravated you even more, to be personally honest.
Oh, I'm so mad right now.
Telling you, the energy don't play.
No, and this was my thing.
And that's confirmation. It's literally telling you that the more, and that was holding water, so it was feeding her plant. So basically, it's telling you that if you do not,
it was in my plant. It literally snapped. All right.
whatever you got to let it go. I don't know if it's more so letting go of the emotional trauma that was attached to whatever was going on with this person, or whether it's the mental trauma, or whether it's a combination of both. Because I feel like it's going like a broken record in your mind. Like you keep seeing it like a movie on repeat. You keep feeling it like a movie on repeat. Everything it's like in a loop. And every time you feel it in a loop, you're re-traumatizing yourself. You're re-anchoring that emotion.
Right now.
So
Over here. Oh, I can't.
that's crazy. Weird things happen when we're online, and especially when we're together. So, it just happens.
Yes, it's always like this. I've been.
Literally heal. Everything that I'm getting for you is that you need to heal. You definitely need to heal. You need to investigate your feelings. You need to look at look. Okay, trigger warning. You need to look at the part that you played in the situations that you're in. And I mean, be honest with yourself. Were you being bitchy? Were you being misleading? Did you not say something that you should have said? Did you not set a boundary where you should have set a boundary? Like, a lot of this stuff happens when you don't set boundaries. When you don't set boundaries and you allow people to fucking walk over top of you, they're going to continue to do so. And then when you try and set a boundary, they're going to be like, bitch, who the fuck you think you are? You just let me step all over your face yesterday. And then you start to question yourself, like, well, maybe I did allow it, all this time, and now I'm sick of it, and how do I stop it? You stop it by stopping it. And taking responsibility, like seriously, because sometimes we're supposed to say shit. Sometimes you need to say stuff, and a lot of times people don't say things because you want to avoid confrontation. You don't want to have uncomfortable conversations. You don't know what that other person's reaction is going to be to what you're saying, so you are apprehensive. I'm gonna tell you one thing right now. I don't know, but you need to go ape shit on whoever the fuck has your emotions and your thoughts in a chokehold.
Oh, that is true. And I told her that we're all coming from. I'm gonna call my mom. What?
Don't sunlight.
Oh no, I'm in. What happened? Remember the picture I just showed you? What? You want to show your mom downstairs? Yeah,
Make time for self-love. Yeah, you are in the deficiency of self-love, self-worth. It's just like you just, no. It's just really sad. You don't see yourself in a very good light. Why is that?
I've been like that.
You've been through it. You don't have to say this online because you could speak to Sissy
Directly. Yeah, privately.
We'll take this privately.
There's a lot of purple, and there's a lot of like greenish and blues. Purple. Okay, purple also has to do with your third eye and your crown chakra. For me, and you got your heart chakra on here too with the green. So basically, your heart chakra, your third eye, and your crown are blocked. And all of those upper chakras are blocked because your lower chakras are blocked. So if your heart chakra is blocked, then your lower chakras are going to be moving slow, which means your self-confidence, your creativity, your relationships are going to suffer, right? And then when you move up to your upper chakras, your throat, your third eye, your crown, you're not speaking your truth or speaking up for yourself. So therefore, you're blinding yourself to what people's actual intentions are, and you're always justifying for them. Stop that shit too. Stop that. Stop justifying shit for these people. They're not going to do it for you. I'm just telling you, they're not going to do it for you. Do not, look, I'm going to tell you like I used to tell my kids, I don't reward bad behavior. So you don't reward bad behavior. When people show you who the fuck they are, believe them the first time. Mother, father, sister, brother, daddy, uncle, dog, cat, bird in the sky. I don't give a fuck. The bird shits on you, curse that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like, oh, we're going to be friends, it's okay, it's just name and nature. No. No. Stop allowing people to do you dirty. People are doing you the way they're doing you because you allow it.
It'd be my mom and my sister.
Cut them bitches off.
Yeah.
What?
I know, I understand. I'm just...
Protect yourself.
Right.
My mom chooses my sister over me all the time.
Protect yourself, especially in situations where you're not being nurtured in any way.
Wasn't she there when she heard the conversation with my mom? I was. It was you. Yeah, it was really bad.
I sense a lot of why am I not enough?
Yeah, that's what I said. Her worthiness is in the toilet. She needs to love herself more.
You can see it in your eyes too, like someone dimmed your light.
Yeah.
You could see it. Like and I find it funny that you happen to find your way to us.
You got the 10 of Pentacles and you got the Star card. Yo, generational curses are going to be lifted through you. This is why you're going through what you're going through. I don't know, your mom, how can I put this? With your mom, always have a barrier. Always have a boundary. an impenetrable boundary. She knows how to push your buttons. Okay, she knows how to belittle you at every turn. She knows how to nitpick at certain things that matter to you that she knows that would like hurt you. Know that these things aren't true. Okay, don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe what she says, because it's almost like whatever she says, it sticks to you like glue. And then it just runs and runs and runs and runs on autopilot. Like, you don't even realize it sometimes that you're moving based on things that she said or things that she's done. You know what I mean? And most of the time, it's at the detriment of you. You're moving in this certain way thinking that it'll get her approval or to get her off your back. But all it does is make the target bigger. And I'm just going to be honest, it's jealousy.
Yo, you see, I told you.
I told you the same thing. What do you mean?
No, you know why I said that to her? Because in every relationship I'm in, she ruins it. That's why I keep it away from her. She don't want me happy. I'm talking to somebody right now, and he's the only thing that's making me happy besides your daughter.
Yeah.
I can't be in no relationship. She ruins all of them. She gives my sister more stuff than she gives me. I can explain that later. But, yeah, she's just a mess.
Just keep your guard up. Keep your mind clear. Like, it's kind of like just think of everything that is said as a smoke screen. Just think of everything as an attack. Just automatically feel like it's an attack. I'm sorry. I know that's your mom or whatever, what have you, but it's more so about self-preservation at this time, because you're at a critical junction where your light is being attacked. Like, literally being attacked. Like,
interrupt you for 1 second, because I remember you saying that your mom was a witch.
Mm-hmm.
Think about the generational curses. Now, sis, we were talking about a similar situation in our dream state.
mm-hmm.
So you could explain that to her off live.
Is she an earth sign?
Yeah.
Is she a Capricorn?
She's an Aries.
She's an Aries. She's a fire sign. Ooh, it's her season.
Her sign is a rising, I think, air.
Air.
Yeah,
She's coming out as the Queen of Pentacles here. So she's somebody that's very grounded in what she does.
She doesn't believe in anything we say.
Yeah, she does. She's very grounded in what she does. Very. I need you to work on healing yourself. The biggest message here is healing. You are very close to achieving your goals. That's why these things are happening to you. This is why you're going through. I'm going to have to put it to you plainly. This is the first step of your awakening. Point blank, period. So from here on out, just be prepared.
A lot of work, a lot of
Just be prepared. You're going to have to do shadow work. There's going to be a lot of crying, a lot of tears, a lot of aha moments like, oh, wow, I'm glad I worked through that. I'm glad I recognized that. It's going to be hurtful. It's going to hurt. Okay? It's going to hurt. A lot of the things that you're going to realize about yourself and your reality and the journey that you're on is going to hurt. You're going to need somebody that you can confide in. You're going to need somebody that you can talk to about things that you would not normally talk to someone about. You have to have at least one person that you can confide in. You can't go through this journey alone.
Or kind of like a mentor as well. If you're looking to really... Right. Like if you're looking for like a spiritual awakening, sorry. I don't know why I can't talk today. But, I mean, you definitely need like a mentor to really show you what's outside of the box. Because right now you're in it, so you can't see it. You have to learn how to be outside of the box. So that it's like kind of like a dream state where you're seeing everything happening, but you're standing outside of it.
Yeah, you're like an observer.
So you can fully understand what's what's going on.
I do have a question. I was with somebody before, and I had a crystal on my neck, like this. It was like this.
What crystal?
It was leopard.
Leopard?
It was like leopard or something.
Was it orange?
Yeah.
It was like the orange one you gave me, Mom.
Citrine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Citrine. Okay.
It came off one night, and I couldn't find it at all. And I had to get out, and like something was telling me to get out the house right away. So I grabbed it myself and went home.
So it protected you.
Right. So usually when you lose a crystal okay, so it works two ways. Sometimes you will lose a crystal or it'll break or so because it served its purpose. It did exactly what it was supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you'll lose a crystal. This happens to me all the time. I put it in one place and I can't find it, and then all of a sudden it's in a different place.
It was just on my neck like this, and it just like popped out, and I couldn't find it.
It protected you. It did
It did what it had to do.
And you need to move forward because that crystal no longer serves you.
And you don't want it back if you do find it.
No. So, but you can't be scared of things like that. Like you showing fear, like, oh my God, something. No, it protected you. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. You had put your intentions into it. You knew why you were wearing it, and it protected you. And you just moved forward. So, and that should be confirmation. You should be happy about that because you were able to connect with your crystal.
And it took that hit for you when it warned you as well. And thank God you listened, because you know a lot of people don't listen, and then they be looking crazy.
The crystals, and what if it breaks or something? If it comes up, back up. But I don't like that. What's it? I don't know. My mom told me a lot about that. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that person is bad. If I feel like this energy is bad. If I feel like the place I'm in is bad. Sometimes it heats up randomly. So I know when it heats up, I really know I gotta go. I really know. It's
right. You remember what I was telling you in the car? I was like, my house is very peaceful. I work very hard to keep all the negativity out and to keep it balanced and harmonious. And I'm like, and if you walk through the house with the wrong intentions, I was like, I promise you're gonna figure it when you touch that doorknob. Remember, I told you that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how. And that's the daily work. That's the energy you want to continue in your life for yourself. You keep everyone else away. And people will not come near you if you keep your vibrations up here. Low vibrational people are going to deal with low vibrational actions. When you are starting to move in a different light, you'll see that people are going to clear out of your way, like Sissy was saying.
The thing about it is you're a target. You're an easy target because she knows how to work you, and therefore everything else is easy to do. Right? Like, she knows how to push your button. She knows how to make you feel like this. She knows how to make you feel like that. And the main thing is the fact that you basically feel abandoned. You know? It's like, you've abandoned me. You don't care about me. You want to talk shit about me. You don't care what happens here. You want to ruin me. It's like, how does someone who claims to be, you know, love me, do me like this? And it kind of jades you. It kind of, like, makes you feel like, who can you trust if you can't trust the person that brought you into the world? You know what I mean? It's hard.
And you know what? I don't feel bad about that. I think you also feel bad about the fact that you don't have a good relationship with your mom because you look at certain friends and feel like, I wish I had that with my mom. My biological mother, I keep her as far away as possible. She's not a good person. She is like everything that you said with your mom. That's my biological mom. And it's okay to be like, you know what I'm saying? It's okay. It's okay to love someone like that because she is your mom. It's also okay to love them from afar to a point.
She's ruined all my relationships because everybody doesn't like the way how I talk to her. But it's just because I can't keep... If you want respect from me, you gotta get respect. But I don't know. She just doesn't give me respect. So.
But here's the thing where Sissy was saying accountability. You let her ruin those relationships because you gave her power over you. You let her do that to you. You can't just say it was her because you allowed that energy in. You allowed her to have you step out of that balance, to bring up these feelings and emotions and instability, you know what I'm saying? You let her do that to you, and it's hard when you're emotionally wrapped with someone. Because, like, Jay will say to me all the time, you made me mad. No, you made you mad. I didn't make you mad. Girl, bye.
So my question to you is, what do you think that she has over you? Do you think that she would do something to you on that tip, you know what I mean? Or what? Or you think it's just plain manipulation?
Oh, she does harm me. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You do
All
what?
right, we'll talk about that offline. Let's don't go there.
Yeah, we'll talk about that off a lot.
Yeah, so I definitely think
I have videos and proof of everything.
Okay, we'll definitely talk about that offline because right now you're very vulnerable. This is alive, and people can draw into this. And
yeah, we're not doing all that. Ooh, yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah,
I'm seeing
we
something
can actually
about
when we
that.
hang up the stuff. I can call Sister. You can speak to her privately about that.
I have her number too, you know.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Cause just one quick question. I'm seeing two dudes here.
Yeah, you got put on blast.
Let me find out for 30 seconds. It should be 3.
I actually see 3, but this third one, the third one is kind of like
You got a girlfriend though. It's okay.
the third one seems out of reach. There's 2 that are in reach, but the third one is out of reach. That's why I said I see 2. That's why I said I see 2, because the third one is out of reach.
It's Xavier.
Literally 3. 3. This guy is out of reach. This guy is Mr. Loverman. He got some money and he likes to, shower you, take you out, do shit. And this dude got attitude problem. He's a control freak. There's 3 dudes.
Do more than what you need. That is low vibrational. I'm just saying.
Hey, keep Loverman, ditch the hostile dude, and the dude that's out of reach, leave him a fucking alone. Go for Mr. Loverman. Advice.
Yeah, he was just on my phone.
Just in case y'all doubted the skills over here. Okay?
I was not expecting that. Oh.
Sis, I was like, forget the tea, I need my water.
Girl, I just picked up my water too, sis. Because I was like, yo, they're like, no, we're not done. I was like, flip, flip, flip. I seen 3 guys. I was like, that's why at first I said, let me see I see the 2, because the third guy, I'm not worried about him. He out of reach. Don't even go there. There's actually 3. 1 is out of reach, so that's why I was like, there's 2. These 2 are the ones that are in the 3D, the right here in the fight. They're like, jump over here, I'm gonna jump over there.
Girl, that is messy.
Stop it.
Low vibrational.
Stop it. Take accountability. Pick one or none.
Exactly, because
pick one or none, and don't pick the one that's unavailable.
Karma is real, and people think it's like just bad karma. No, it's how whatever you put out in the universe is what you're going to receive, good or bad.
Right. You make positive and negative karmic deposits. So
if you want to be treated with respect and love, and you want to be number one, then that means that you have to treat other people the same way that you want to be treated.
I'm the type of person where if I wish for something, it comes true.
Yeah.
Like, it could be bad, it could be good, and it happens like right after I say it. And I'll be scared of myself.
Well, it's in your bloodline.
Well, you got to be careful what you say. You speak things into existence.
Oh, Sissy, this is your next one, Sissy. Mom,
You gotta
Yeah.
watch your
She
words.
said when she doesn't try to think about it. It just pops up in her mind and then it happens.
No, I don't even pop up at all. Sometimes they just call me and be like, did you, like, you know, wish bad on me?
Isn't that intuition?
No.
No.
Intuition is when things come to you, or you get like a warning, you get a feeling.
Yeah.
That, I'm just gonna put it like this, as part of your gifts, and we'll talk about it later.
Right, offline.
And it's part of your gifts, and we'll talk about it later, because you're gonna have to rein that in.
You're neglecting. You were just talking about
right.
More people.
Yeah, we'll talk about that, because you're gonna have to rein that in. You're gonna have to rein that in, yo.
I have a lot of details.
Yeah.
And that's you just that, and honestly, that's your energy. That's you spiraling out of control. And I'm gonna tell you, I know a lot about that, because this one right here, this little fishy, I was spiraling out of control for years. Emotions. Because I think something, I would say something, and it all comes out. It all comes out. Sis, it all comes out. And I had to learn to really balance myself. Because it's some big damage.
You can, yeah, really. Yeah. And then it'd be unintentional. It'd be unintentional. And another thing, you're gonna have to become more emotionally intelligent. These things will serve you well. Being more emotionally intelligent, setting boundaries, and also taking responsibility and accountability. These 3 things will serve you well in the next couple of months to come. Because you're going to be going through a lot of growth now. Because whether you want to or not, you've stepped foot on the path. Consciously step foot on the path. And usually it happens in a moment of extreme distress. So like something like really bad or shocking or terrible happened to you, or you've been put into a situation where you feel like your back is up against the wall, or you had a major betrayal, something like that. This is what usually triggers the step on the path. It's like, now we're starting the Monopoly game and you're starting at go and you take your first roll. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, again, you're going to have to do a lot of reflecting. There's some shadow work you're going to have to do. And to be honest, again, accountability. Stop being messy.
Right. That part.
Stop being messy.
Low vibrational.
Because I'm going to tell you why. Because the messiness isn't going to the messiness won't show up and just like, oh, the niggas are going to get in a fight. No, the energy will show up like, oh, you might be trying to go do something for yourself. Say you go try and get a job and you don't get the job, right? You're not getting the job because you got this janky ass energy swirling around out here. Energy does not die. It just transmutes and relocates. So you might think, oh, I'm being messy with these dudes. The messiness is good. If I'm gonna get the repercussions from it, it's gonna come from in a relationship. Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
And I also wanna, I don't know, it's been bothering me. It's like you have to work on yourself and loving yourself before you can love anyone else. Your relationships are not going to work until you learn how to love and accept yourself, setting boundaries, grounding yourself, and knowing who you are. People don't bring you happiness. You bring yourself happiness.
Yeah. That's an inside job, always.
Nah, I told the boy that I'm talking to right now, that's why we're just talking, because I told him I need to take time for myself, and he understood, so he said, we could just be friends for now, but,
Yes.
he's up nowhere, so.
That's somebody that you need. Somebody that's very understanding, especially when you're on your journey. Let me tell you something. When you're in a relationship and you're going through your journey, you need somebody that's very understanding. Because you're going to be going through a lot. And when I say you start on your journey, let me tell you something. You're young. So there's a lot that you can do now to prepare you for when you get our age. You won't be going through the shit that we went through. And mind you now, I started my journey when I was in my mid-20s. You know what I'm saying? I'm 46 now? So it's been over 20 years.
She's 20.
I'm 21.
21.
21. Yeah, you're around the same age. When I had my oldest, when I was 19, I started my journey. Didn't know it. Didn't know I was on my journey. Was oblivious to everything. And everything that happened between 19, the age of 19 and the age of 25 was part of my journey, and I didn't even realize it until I had a real awakening and I became conscious of what was happening. And I remembered the things that my grandmother was teaching me, and I remembered the things that I was told as a child about my lineage and things like that. People like us, I'm going to include you too because of the bloodlines. People like us have to take extra care. We have to take extra care and protect ourselves against others and ourselves sometimes. Because some. Stop it, Blueberry!
Still not gonna be too short behind.
Stop it!
She has 3 turtles so far.
Get off of him! Aura! Stop!
Turtles.
Sorry. Give me a second. Get off.
Be off the hook.
Get off.
They be running around. They'll get out there, sneak out the thing, and run around.
Thank you.
They try to find
Okay, my bad. The turtles.
And like the thing too is about our journeys. Like, and we all started differently. Like, Sis and I, we've been friends since 16, 17 years old. And I knew of my abilities. I've known of it. I just didn't really know how to use it. And I would use it here and there, and I would see things. I'm very intuitive. You know, I can see things happening, but I wasn't accepting certain things. I wasn't accepting accountability. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of victim playing. You know, well, they did this to me. No, dummy, you let them do that to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, going against the grain. You know, I always chose the easier path. And sometimes those paths were harder for me, but I knew the outcome and I knew what to deal with it, so I stayed in that spot because it was comfortable, because I knew what to expect, you know? So I think when she's talking about, like, her journey, when she, you know, when you had China, I think it was, so, like, I had, you know, my son, and I had my girls and everything. It really, I want to say that I really tapped into it when we lost our other sister. And that was like 2 years ago, where I hit rock bottom. I did not know who I was without her. Like, it took me to the bottom, where it was just darkness for me. I could not get through the grief. I didn't know who I was without her, because it was always me and her. You know, and like Sissy was in another state, so we weren't like close like that. I didn't have the social media. I had shut everything down, and I happened to go on social media, and there goes Sissy doing her reading, and I was like, oh my God, there's Sissy, because we all grew up together. Yeah. That's all 3 of us, you know. And it really took that big grief, and that's going back to what she was saying is sometimes, a lot of the times when you go through your spirituality and getting into it, it takes something really big happening in your life for you to actually tap in. And I really had to learn who I was besides being a mom, besides being a friend, besides being a sister. Like, I had to really come to terms of, this is who I am. Ugly, pretty, indifferent. And is this where you want to stay, or this is where you want to move forward? You can't expect good things to happen if you're not good to yourself and you're not honest with yourself and give yourself that grace and forgive yourself and move on. What did you learn from everything? So it's not necessarily like we're pointing out that you're doing things wrong. You're like, and because I was the same way. Because let me tell you something, Sis, she had me crying. You this, that, and third. And I was like, yeah, but Sis, you don't understand. She's like, no, you don't understand. You let that happen. And I really had to, like, sit back and I had to come out of it and not take it personal to the point that she was hurting me. I had to listen to what she was saying and look in the mirror and say, but that's the truth. However it makes you feel, that's the truth. Now, what are you going to do with that truth that's in front of you? And that's where you begin your spiritual journey. Is really being like, okay, I'm not really that great of a person. I was moving funny. I was projecting rejecting things. I was accepting things. What do you mean people did this to you? I let them do that to me. I accepted it. What am I complaining about? I'm sitting here every day crying, complaining people treat me bad, this, that, and the third. But I was looking for those people. I was surrounding myself with those people because that's all I knew. So it's my fault. Yes, babe. Sure. Hold on a second. Be right back. Gotta turn the heat off.
All right. Yeah, most definitely. And I tell everyone, it's never an easy choice to make when you step onto that path. It's never an easy choice because most certainly, almost every time since most of us are still in this 3D life, we learn through adversity. We transform and evolve through pain, through hurt, through betrayal, where that's not how the universe wants us to learn. We can learn through love. We can learn through achievement. We can evolve through good experiences. But the way the energy is set up on Earth right now, we learn through adversity. So just know that when things happen to you where it seems like, yo, it's the end, I can't deal with this no more, whatever, you're just being set up to be propped up a little bit higher when you get to that point. And all you have to do is let go of the dead weight. And the dead weight are those beliefs about yourself that are not true, that other people have projected upon you, that they've tried to make you feel because they're insecure about themselves, so they try and put you down to make them feel better. You know what I'm saying? Other people are just plain out jealous. They don't know why, so they're going to try and shit on you every chance they get just to try and put you down a few pegs because they feel that you're too high up on your high horse. Other people are seeing your energy and they want to dim that light so badly that they're going to do whatever it takes to break you. Period. And then you have people that want to see you prosper. They want to see you grow. They want to see you evolve. They want to see you break the chains of these people that everybody has put on you. It's almost like what I'm seeing is like the slaves being marched on the beach to the slave ship. Like you're shackled to other people. You're shackled to other people. You're shackled to other energies. You're shackled to other things that are not yours. Projections about you that are not yours. Thoughts about yourself that are not yours. The way you view yourself, that is not yours. That is not your true, authentic view of self. That is not your soul's position on you. They didn't choose this avatar just by happenstance. They chose it for a reason. This avatar this meat suit, this avatar that you're wearing, this experience that you're having, your soul chose to have it for a reason. Everything that you're going through is to make you stronger and to prepare you for something better. And then the fact that you're going through this at such a young age means that by the time you get our age, you're going to be well versed in everything that you need to know. You're going to be more aware than we were at this age. You know what I'm saying? Mind you now, I've been on my journey since I was 19, again. But I was oblivious for most of that time. For a lot of that time, I didn't even realize I was on a journey. Literally, I was falling out. Literally, falling out.
Me too. I was having dreams. I could see
seizures.
Going on, and I would say something happened, but I didn't understand what I was doing. And I didn't seek it out. And that's the thing about awakened people. You are a target when you awaken.
Even before you awaken, to those who see it.
Right.
Because some people, those that see it before you actually self-actualize,
right,
they're going to want to prevent you from doing that at all. They want to keep you in the dark. They want to be able to keep that shroud over your eyes, that veil. They want to keep you in this place where they can control you and manipulate you. They never want you to open up. They never want you to have an awakening. They never want you to evolve. They never want you to transform. They never want you to tap in. And especially if they're tapped in.
Right.
Believe me, we'll talk. We got a lot of similarities on that one. Like, so it's just being mindful that You have to protect yourself always. Even if it's just when you wake up in the morning, before you go, especially before you go to bed, protect yourself. Before you go to sleep, protect yourself. I don't know why I feel like sometimes you're being attacked in your dreams.
I feel like a lot of psychic attacks
In her dreams, yes.
in her dream, like in your dream state. Do you wear something on your head when you go to sleep?
Do I wear something?
Yeah. Do you wrap your hair?
I put it in a bun.
No, ma'am. Like
You need to. You need to.
White,
Wear, you need to wear white.
white headscarf or something.
Yes. You need to. You need to put that on your head at night. You need to protect yourself.
Please.
It's definitely in your. Definitely, like before you go to bed.
Yeah.
In your dream state, you need to protect yourself because you're being attacked.
She's like, oh my God. She keep doing this. Her energy is like, what the fuck? I'm also feeling like she's like, yo, how the fuck do you know all this?
Right. Like this is, and let me tell you something. I just started, right, sis? Just started tapping into being able to see. I've always been able to read people and see people, like see past lives and family members, and so I didn't know how to use it. I would just see certain things in my dreams and whatever. But now I'm able to sit fully because I used to do readings before, but not realizing that I was doing readings. I was going off the feeling, but I could just see in your dream state. And sometimes you wake up like scared to death, like something just like you wake up like gasping for air. I have a headscarf for you. Don't worry about it.
Yesterday,
What?
no, I think it was last night. Yeah, last night. I woke up and I couldn't breathe out of my sleep.
Gasping for air. That's
I-
what
Being attacked.
I'm crying in my sleep and I wake up and I'm like, okay.
Being attacked. Definitely got to start wearing the white over your head. Definitely have to get to this place of grounding yourself.
you need to ground like a lot.
Definitely. What's your sign?
She was born in February 3rd.
Oh, you're an Aquarius. Oh dear, I'm surrounded by Aquariuses. My brother, my two grandchildren, now my god baby's friend. Like, y'all are just all around. I gotta see what's up with that.
There's some W's around here. This is what you
Yo, so you was a little fire starter when you was little. What happened? You was a little fire starter when she was no hoe. She was like, yo, she would give it to you. What happened?
I don't know these people, man.
I see that. Yo, I see that. I don't like it. I don't like it. See, they don't.
Like,
Sissy, I feel like she would benefit from like the healer stone.
She definitely needs one of those. Healer stone, amethyst, rose quartz, one of them.
And she needs to sleep with the rose quartz next to her bed.
You need a black tourmaline. You need a tourmaline quartz to have on you all the time. Yes. Is that tourmaline quartz? Yes.
No.
Yes. See?
I can't
Perfect.
see.
Perfect. Yeah.
look for
Yeah. Clear quartz.
Okay.
Yin yang. Yeah, they want you to find balance. They need you to find balance and harmony. And you also need to, like,
You need something on your right hand.
don't
You
be
need,
afraid.
That's her right or left?
my right.
You need to put that on your left.
she has some on her left.
Keep left.
It's all like good stuff.
That's a pearl, some butterflies. Okay.
This is like real gold and diamond.
Oh.
Who gifted those to you?
My grandma.
Nice. I love her grandma. But you definitely need like a protection stone on your right hand. Like see like my protection, and then I have
I tried one, but every time I wear it, it breaks.
protecting you. That's what it's supposed to
Every time I wear it, the same day.
Don't be connecting it back together. Put that shit back.
No, I be trying to do.
Don't look, man. If it breaks, let it break. Stop trying to save stuff.
Let me tell you a story about breaking.
Stop trying to save
Sissy
stuff.
sent me my chakra bracelet, right? It had two. If you love me, listen. Yeah.
Should she get a Buddha?
Later. She's not ready for that.
Oh, never mind. I already have a Buddha in my house.
Yeah, you haven't.
Is it your Buddha?
Yeah. Leave it alone. It's a
How? Who gave you this Buddha?
Yeah, you're supposed to get it yourself.
No, it's not even that.
No, it could be. It should be.
It could get it by somebody who your mom gave it to you, so get rid of it. Give it back to her. Or throw it out. She has bad intentions.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Just hold.
That's why I said, Sissy, she ain't ready for that.
Just hold.
I already felt that.
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
I'll tell you what to do with it. But you need to. They're also telling me to tell you don't be afraid. I think you're afraid of. Okay, so something's happened. Something on the witchy tip then happened where a part of your gifts were revealed to you and it scared the shit out of you. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
I wouldn't say why.
Well, you can tell her offline.
Well, not right now, but I know what's going on. So I'm just saying they don't want you to be afraid. Okay?
But I was scared.
I know you were. I know you were. I know she was. That's why they told me to say it. There's like, yo, there's certain things that they tell me to say so people know that I'm not that I'm not a bullshit artist. You know what I mean?
That's like even when I asked you, like, what do you put on your head? Why are you waking up gasping for air? Like, these are things that we're showing you confirmation that we're not just sitting here like, I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear, and I'm not going to tell you anything. If it's told to me to say something to you, I'm going to say, I'm not going to make things up. I'm not here to do that.
Yeah, not at all.
If I don't see nothing, I don't see nothing.
And like you have got to, don't be scared. Just don't be scared. Okay? Just don't be scared. I can't stress it enough because I feel her energy. It's almost like she was so scared. It was almost like she was shaking. Like, what the fuck was that? Type shit. Yeah, I was like, baby, it's okay, boo. It's okay, boo boo. It's okay.
That's like a month ago. Like, I was talking to Sis, whatever, and I'm like, oh my God, Sis. I was like, oh my God. Like, because it was standing right, and I was like, I was already.
Just the other day, wasn't it, sis? I was on the phone with you, and I went to go in the laundry room.
That was today.
Oh, that was today. Big ass man. Big ass man. Scared the shit out of me.
Yes.
Scared the shit out of me.
Saying, like, oh, there's someone there. I looked to my left and was like, yo. And then she was like, I was like, I don't want you to talk about this anymore. I was like, because it was such a strong presence. And I'm like,
yo, in my house, they materialized in front of me. Like I'm looking at y'all, and I'm like, and it scared me. I jumped. By the time I jumped and turned back, they were gone. So the weird things happen. They happen.
yeah.
They happen. They
I'm
happen.
not gonna lie. Remember that time I slept with the lights on? I was like,
Me jumping into a meditation out of nowhere, like, oh, I'm gonna meditate now. Yeah, I meditated for a good 2 hours and ended up in God knows where with God knows who, and they're like, yo, welcome to the Galactic Federation. I'm like, what?
You remember that time that and I think this was maybe a year ago when I was like meditating and stuff, and I had like my candles going, and like, you know, I was meditating stuff, and like I literally woke up and remember I called you and I was like, I couldn't breathe. I'm like, yo, I felt like I was being choked, and I'm like, someone's watching me, like, and you were like, sis, calm down. I'm like, no, I don't like this. I don't like, but you have to learn how to move through that energy.
Mm-hmm. Meditation will help clear contemplations because, again, like I said, there's a lot of things that have to be addressed, but you're being basically urged to start the journey. This is why a lot of this craziness is happening.
And I think I have to tap in really quick because, like, you know, I'm looking at the time. It's like it's 11 o'clock, and today is a great day.
Yeah.
Mom, Auntie,
We're about to get off of here, though.
she asked if you could see her guardian angel with her.
Her guardian angel?
Yeah. What's this name? What's her name?
No, you said the protector.
I said it was probably her protector because it doesn't glow gold and white.
It wasn't my dream.
It wasn't her dream.
They called me to her.
They called her to her.
Wait, what? Wait. Okay.
My dream, they called.
No.
All right, we're about to hop off of here real quick, and I'm going to call. So, everybody, this is episode 1. This is kind of what we're going to be doing. If you guys want to jump in our...
It's different than what we actually...
planned it to go.
Like, the reading, and then I kind of came into it, but, you know,
Right.
like, you know...
It is what it is. This is how the energy works.
Right.
So, this is episode 1. You guys have any questions? You want to drop any comments? Be free to do so on my page, Sis's page. And we'll be answering the questions in the next session. We haven't decided on a frequency yet, so it may be once a week, once every 2 weeks. We don't know yet. But stay tuned. Hit the little share like button. Make sure that you share it with anyone else who can use some advice, basically.
And before we go, Sissy.
Oh, products.
The products.
Yes, I do have the products are available. We have sessions available. We have whip shea butter. We got sand scrubs. We got salt scrubs. We got sugar scrubs.
I will be reviewing.
Yes, my goddaughter will be
And
reviewing.
showing you how to use.
Stay
Because
tuned.
my hair was dead until I used that hair oil.
Yes.
And them curls is curling. So, and we could try it on her hair because her hair is not curly at the bottom no more. So we'll show you updates.
Yes.
Don't forget that tonight is
The new moon. Solar
and we're also getting hit with that eclipse.
energy. Yes. And it's Aries and we're in Mercury retrograde.
Right.
People, please.
Release what no longer serves you.
Release everything that no longer serves you.
Right. Be very careful what you manifest.
Don't be trying to manifest nothing.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Be careful what you... No, seriously, because, Sissy, I was on another platform, people talking about putting their crystals out and everything. Do not put your crystals out there during the eclipse with the new moon and in Mercury retrograde, because the Mercury retrograde is not over until April.
Right.
So be very careful when you're manifesting on your own, because I know people do this on the daily stuff. Be very clear with your intentions, nothing big or so. You just want to allow the new blessings.
That's the one you went on.
Yeah, just allow them to come in.
Focusing on and grounding.
Got to ground. Most definitely. So, thank you guys for joining us on our first episode, my beautiful souls. Again, this is my sissy Sienna, Black Widow. I am Dwan, Black Moon, and my god baby. We don't have her witchy name yet, but she'll have one soon.
Yes, she just started her journey.
J Bell. We're gonna call her J Bell for now. So, thank you guys. I love you. You guys remember, as above, so below, as within, so without. Be the change that you want to see. Love you guys. Peace. All right, let me call my sissy. Girl, you's a mess. She's a freaking mess. Ill lady.
Sissy.
I don't even know what
What the
happened.
fuck you mean she said somebody's calling to her? That's not a guardian angel that's calling her.
That's what I was like.
So I was like, stop. Don't bring that energy into this conversation.
What? Sis, that was not a guardian. Sis, her mom's doing good Kenya.
I know.
Yo, I felt that energy. That's why I was like, cut it. We're not doing this in the live.
I was just like, yo, we gotta go. It's time to cut this now.